Hello and welcome to Journey to Lasting Love, the podcast. I am your host, Tina Shayani, and the head coach at T-Shay Coaching. If you are looking to attract a loving partner to build a relationship with that gets better with time, if you are looking to deepen your current relationship, or you just want to live a happier life, you are in the right place. Every week we will discuss a new topic that will bring you understanding, clarity, and the tools to become the best version of yourself, the happiest version of yourself. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Journey to Lasting Love. As you know, my name is Tina Shayani. I am the founder of the group Journey to Lasting Love, and I am also the head coach at T-Shay Coaching, where we help people attract and build lasting, loving relationships. I'm so happy to welcome you here today with me. And if you are interested in fast tracking your life, I have one or possibly two spots open for one-to-one coaching. If this is something that you're interested in, send me a direct message and we can discuss how it works and if it is the right fit for you. If you know someone that would benefit from this content, please invite them either to the Facebook group or to the Instagram page. Follow me and help me spread the message. So let's jump right into this week's topic. So is your love built to last, or is it going to disappear? And this is a problem that many people face because at the beginning, both things look alike. At the beginning, even the relationship that will disappear looks fantastic. And we spend a lot of time and energy trying to distinguish between these two things. So if we can kind of streamline that and have a better understanding of what's meant to last and what will not, that gives us a really good foundation on being able to date with purpose and doing it without being hurt all the time. And that makes such a big difference. So what is a relationship that's meant to last, and what is something that is going to disappear? At the beginning, we have kind of all of those bells and whistles and those romantic feelings and the butterflies and all of those really exciting things. And those things are wonderful and amazing, and everybody should have those experiences because it really is a fun and wonderful experience. But when we get into trouble is when we expect that feeling that is at the beginning of a relationship, that kind of, I don't want to call it lust, but that new excitement, that feeling that we are sold on through the Hollywood, the romance novels, and all of those things is not meant to last. That feeling, as wonderful as it is, will end, and that is perfectly okay. And one of the pitfalls that people fall into is that they expect that feeling to last forever, and it never ever will. No matter how amazing a relationship is, that phase is meant to end. And this is the first and very important thing that we need to understand. The same way that like being a college student is a really wonderful phase of life, and everyone should have that experience and do all the things that college students do, but we can't stay in that state forever. And this is really the same thing. That early stage, that in love phase is wonderful and amazing, and everybody should have that experience. But that, the same as college and being a sorority girl, has to end. We can't stay in that phase indefinitely. So what is the part that lasts? The part that lasts is that positive feeling that you have towards this other person. The thing that lasts is shared values. Are you in line with each other? Do you have similar life goals? Do you value each other? Are you respectful of each other? And I want to say one of the very key ingredients to a relationship that lasts is that element of respect. Do you respect your partner? And does your partner respect you? How do you interact with each other? Is there respect between you, Or how are you treating each other? Are you treating each other poorly, or are you treating each other well? And that's one of those things that when you are leaving the in love phase, that's something that gets established. So during your first argument, how did you both handle it? Was it a yelling and screaming match that you cursed at each other? Or was it a discussion? It is very normal and also healthy to have discussions. And it's not normal to always agree with each other. So to have a disagreement, I don't want to call it a fight, but it's normal to disagree. It's normal to have different views on things. Not only it's normal, but it's good and it's healthy. And this is how we grow. And everything in life is how we view it. So if you view an argument as an argument, or if you view it as a discussion, and how you handle it is going to establish that feeling of respect or lack thereof between the two of you. So this is an opportunity to put your own best foot forward and also see how the other person reacts. Like, it's very easy to be happy and giddy and wonderful when you are going on dates and you're just having a good time. But when it gets real is when you get to really know the other person, and you can see how they react to life's ups and downs. And this is an opportunity. So that respect, that level of respect, watching to see how the other person reacts when that phase of being in love and that la la land phase ends. The first is to understand that that phase is meant to last. A lot of times people go into a relationship and they get so excited when that feeling comes in, and there are all the bells and whistles and all the hearts and rainbows. And then when invariably that phase ends, they think, well, I fell out of love and I need to move on. So what happens is that they move on to the next person, and they have all of those feelings and rainbows and butterflies again. And what happens? The phase ends again. And this is a cycle that repeats itself. And there are many people that fall into this cycle. So one thing to understand is that that phase is meant to last. Is not meant to last. So that phase of love is going to disappear. And then from there, you can move to a more mature and deeper love, which really allows you to show the other person who you are and to get to know who the other person is on a much deeper level. It allows you to truly be vulnerable with the other person. And the other thing that is very important that people get caught up in is that if a relationship doesn't go to that next level, it's okay. That's not a failure. Not every relationship is meant to move to the next level. And I hear this all the time. I hear this so much. Oh, it's so hard out there. It's so hard out there. You know, I dated this girl or this guy, and we were together for 9 months. And after 9 months, I realized that there was this, and that thing that were just deal breakers, and things were so good and we had so much fun. But then I have these things, this handful of things that I just cannot live with. And because the experience didn't go to the next level, they want to give up. They want to give up. But that doesn't mean that it was a failure. This was an incredible lesson, because now you are able to identify these things that are deal breakers for you. And this goes in any relationship, whether it's someone that works for you or works with you, or a friend, or a romance partner, is that are there things in the relationship that are deal breakers? And that's really the point of dating. Yes, the point of dating is to have someone. But the pitfall that we get into is that we end up dating and we end up staying in a situation just to have someone. And people will stay with people that have deal breakers. There are things that you know that you can't and do not want to live with. And this is the time when you are dating is the time of discovery. This is the time to discover the things within yourself. What are the things within you that are those deal breakers? What are the things that are must-haves? And it's different for each person. And there's no shame in having standards. Not only there's no shame in it, it's essential. It's essential to know what it is that you want and what it is that you cannot tolerate. So these are all learning experiences. So just because this one relationship that you spent 6 months, 9 months in, and you get to the point that we either move forward or we break up and you decide to break up, that's not a failure. That's a learning experience. And I also want to say, congratulations. Congratulations for not investing 2 years, 5 years with something that you knew had deal breakers after 6 months or 9 months. That amount of time is not maybe enough time to get engaged and get married, but it's enough time to discover if you are ready to go to the next level with this person. Does this person have characteristics that you cannot live with? And if those characteristics exist, that's a signal to move forward. And people try so hard because we want to just get it over with. We just want to meet our person and not be alone anymore. We want to end the search, but that is a very big mistake. In contrast, if you can enjoy the search and understand that each time a relationship ends, it's not a failure, but it's a step forward. It's a weeding out process. You learned what works and you learned what doesn't work. And learning what doesn't work is as important as learning what works, because that is our way of understanding the world. When we understand what we don't like, that helps us to recognize the good thing when it appears in our lives and to really appreciate it. Like if the only thing you ever ate in your life was chocolate cake, would it really matter? Then it wouldn't be special. But if you ate other things, when the chocolate cake comes along, you can really recognize that this is something special, that this is delicious. But if you've never experienced anything other than that, you really won't be able to recognize the difference. So this is all a learning experience, and it's all about how you frame things for yourself. So if you're going to go out and say, okay, if this doesn't work out, I'm going to give up. Guess what? You're setting yourself up for failure. But if you go out to learn and to experience and to learn and to get to know another human being, that changes everything. So I want to say to you, don't be committed to the outcome in a particular relationship. But I also want to say, be goal-oriented with yourself. If your intention is to have a long-term relationship and to be married, then go into a relationship with that intention. Don't go into it just to not be alone. Go into it with the intention of finding someone to marry. And when you get to that point that it's time to cross into the next threshold of the relationship to kind of graduate to the next level or not, don't be afraid to walk away. So it's kind of a balance. It's a matter of staying long enough to really get to know the person, because some of my clients give up too soon, but a lot of people then stay too long. So it's that giving the person enough of a chance to get to know them instead of making snap judgments. Does this person have potential? And then when you see those kind of red flags and those things that are deal breakers, knowing that it's okay to walk away, knowing that it's not a failure, that this is part of the process of getting to know yourself and getting to know other people and finding the person that is the right fit for you. No one will ever be perfect. No one will ever not annoy you. but you want to find that person that is the best possible fit. You want to find that person that is going to propel you to be better than you are today. So our goal is to be the best version of ourselves, and we want to be that on our own. And we spend so much time talking about things that help us to become the best version of ourselves, but we want our romantic partner, our husband or wife or boyfriend or girlfriend to make us better people as well, to help us, to propel us forward to be the best version of ourselves. And I want to say to you, have standards. A lot of times when somebody is not the right fit, people will tell me, well, he's such a nice guy and he really loves me. And I want to say to you, great. I'm glad he's a nice guy and I'm glad that he loves you. But if he is not the right fit, if you have fundamental differences, if you have deal breakers in there, it's still important to walk away. Just because they're a nice guy and just because there are emotional attachments doesn't mean that this is a lifetime arrangement. That doesn't mean that this is a good thing for a lifetime. So the thing that really makes a difference, that distinguishes a relationship that is built to last and one that is disappear, and look at that word, built to last. So many things about the Hollywood romance, we give away our power and our control. And we think that love just happens, that it's going to be this magic fairy dust that falls out of the sky and lands on you, and the rest is history and you live happily ever after. Unfortunately, fortunately, I don't know which one. I want to say fortunately, that is not real life. Relationships and love is something that you build. It's not something that happens by accident. You have power, and that is a wonderful thing. It is your job, together with the partner that you choose, not that happens to you. It's of your choosing. Together, you are going to build this life. And what helps to build a relationship is a commitment. What happens when you commit to something? When you are committed to something, you are focused on that one thing and you're not looking around. And when you focus on grows, and what you focus on improves. Take something as simple as a garden. If you have a garden and you put your focus and really pay attention to that garden, you are going to have beautiful fruits and vegetables or whatever it is that you're growing. But if your attention is spread all over the place and you stop by the garden once a week, it's not going to do well. And your relationship is the same way. So if you are committed to your relationship, if you are committed to being with each other, then you put your focus on that relationship and you build that relationship, and you and your partner together have power over the quality of that relationship. And it's not something that just happens. It's not something that is good by a miracle or falls apart because of bad luck. It's what you create, and it's what you decide to stay with and work towards and build, and what you decide is not for you and you let go of. And what happens when we let go? It's actually something quite magical. If you let go of that which is not for you, and we all have that feeling, we know quite well when something is not for us. What happens when we let go of that? We make room for something better. We make room for something real. So I want to say to you, don't look at it as a failure and don't be afraid to let go. This is your opportunity in life to explore different relationships and different people and different ways of relating to those people. Because once you make that commitment, your focus, in order to be successful, has to be the growth of that relationship and the health of that relationship. And no relationship is going to be healthy and wonderful without your attention. That is a key ingredient to building a good relationship, is having that focus and that attention. Something is special because we decide that it is. It's not special for no reason at all. It is our attention and our decision that makes something special. So I want to say to you, choose a relationship because it makes you a better version of yourself. Choose a relationship because you have shared values and shared goals in life. And this is a person that you can build with. And yes, the passion and the rainbows and the stars, all of those things are wonderful, but understand that those things are temporary. That is one phase. And from there, you must move to the next phase in order to have a successful relationship. And that relationship over many, many years and decades is going to continue to grow and change. And where you were at year 1 is very different than where you will be at year 10 and 20 and 30 and so on. And that is our goal, is to have that really long-term relationship that continues to grow. We don't want to be stuck where we were at year 1. We want to be in a better place at year 10. And this is your opportunity to find the person that will be a partner in doing that. I hope that this was helpful, and I hope that it helps you to reframe a relationship, and when it's time to let go of a relationship and try again and again and again, and you keep trying until you hit it right. This is not a time for settling. And the other thing I want to say is, when you commit for real and give that relationship everything that you possibly can and build it to make it better, because that is what's going to make it last a lifetime. I hope that this was helpful. Send me a direct message. I love to interact with you guys. Have a great week. Take care. Thank you for joining today's episode of Journey to Lasting Love. If you felt a connection with what we shared here today, visit tshaycoaching.com for resources, blogs, and coaching options custom designed to take you from where you are to the place you dream of being. Join our Facebook group to connect with others or find inspiration on YouTube and Instagram. If you're ready for a personalized touch, you can book a call with me directly on the website to see what this is all about. Until next time, be kind to yourself and keep moving forward on your path to lasting love.